Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I just landed in Georgia, in Tbilisi. It's now almost 7 p.m. so the plan is to go to the gym and then go get dinner, and then tomorrow we are going on a fun trip to the mountains, so I'll show you all of that. And yeah. So I'm just about to start my run. Yesterday we went out to dinner. It was really nice. Actually one of the reasons I wanted to come to Georgia is because I really like the food. I've had the food like in Europe, and I feel like the dumplings are like really good. So we had that yesterday for dinner, and now it's 7 a.m. I'm just about to do my run, and then our trip starts at 9. So we're gonna go up to the mountains, to the Kazbegi mountain, and yeah, I'll just take you along with me and I'll just show you everything. Around here it was quite nice, but it's really humid, and our hotel is also like up a hill, so the last 10 minutes I basically had to run up a hill, so that was not so nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna go shower and get ready, and then we're just gonna get some coffee quickly and some breakfast and get on our trip to the mountains. But yeah, I didn't really see many other people running, even though I was like along the river, which was like the most popular route according to Strava map. So I don't know if people don't run here that much, or it's just 7 a.m. on a Sunday. We just made a first stop in Ananuri and walked around the castle a bit. It was really nice, and there was like really nice lake views, and then we just stopped for lunch. So I had the khachapuri, I think it's called, for the first time. Like the bread, and the inside of it is like cheese and butter and egg. It was really good, but they're quite intense to the food, so I'm so full now. And yeah, now we're just gonna head to the mountain, to the Kazbegi mountain. The roads are like not really great, so it's really bumpy and there's a lot of turns, so hopefully we're gonna make it there all fine. But yeah, that's the plan for now. It kind of starts and stops raining all the time, so hopefully the weather's nice when we get there, but it does say 70% rain for the whole day today. To the final destination of the trip, so to the monastery. And so yeah, over there already after the mountains, the Kazbegi mountain, there's Russia, so we're really close to the border. And yeah, it's really nice. There's a bit clouds, but I feel like the weather's overall a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's not raining, and we could see all the mountains and everything. And we're just gonna head back. It's day 2 of the Georgia trip today, and we're going to the Azerbaijan border. I just got back from my run. It is pouring rain outside, so I went downstairs to go do the run on the treadmill, but the gym is closed until 9 a.m. Which, if you ask me, doesn't really make much sense for a hotel to only open their gym at 9 a.m. because I feel like most people that would go to the gym would go earlier. But anyways, I've done my run in rain, so now it's over, and I just have to go to the gym later on, probably after the trip. But yeah, it's not really so nice to run here. There's like only one path going along the river, and it's like right next to this 4-lane road, so it's really loud and the cars were just splashing water all over us. So I haven't really seen anyone else running, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. The trip yesterday to the Kazbegi Mountains was really nice. We got to see a lot of the lakes and the mountains. That was also really nice. She like told us all about the Georgian history and like about the relations with Russia and so on. So I really liked the trip. But then we got back at around like 7 p.m. and we had dinner with my friend that is also just like randomly in Tbilisi. So we went to bed at like past 11, so didn't really get much sleep for like the third night in a row. But the trip today should be a bit shorter, so hopefully we'll be back in the hotel a bit earlier so we can go to the gym and sleep a bit earlier on. I don't know how I'm going to do my session tomorrow because I was planning on doing that on the treadmill. And it's like a track session, so it's kind of hard to do that on this little path along the river, but I suppose that's just what I'm going to have to do. It wasn't really that bad today as it was yesterday, but there's a lot of homeless dogs here that like they all have like a thing in their ear that apparently says that they're vaccinated, but one chased me yesterday for like quite a while, so I don't know, I would just probably rather run the gym anyways. But yeah, so that's basically the plan to go on the trip today. Hopefully the weather gets a little bit better. We have some time because the trip leaves in like 1 hour. I'm eating my oatmeal from a mug because they have no bowls and I couldn't find any bowls in any of the stores. But it kind of works, and I think we're just gonna go get coffee and then go on our trip. Updates today, but we just got back to the hotel and then went to the gym, and we were really tired. The last 3 days were really long. We had to like wake up very early for the flight, and then the trips were really early both days, so we just ordered some khinkali, and then we're just gonna try to go to sleep a bit earlier today to wake up for our trip tomorrow. We're going to Armenia, and yeah, before that in the morning I have to do my session. I'm gonna try to do it next to the river, and I'll just see how it goes. Yeah, the conditions are not really perfect for that, but that's fine. And yeah, that's the plan for today. Just get a little bit more rest and then be ready for tomorrow for a new trip. So it's our third day in Georgia today. I just showered after my session. This session was not so great. For the first 4K we were chased by like a homeless dog, which was just like a bit annoying because just like kept going like really close, and I was like scared to start my session because it would just like start running next to me, and like I don't know, it was just kind of uncomfortable. And then when it finally went away, I was doing my reps like by the river, and I got to like a sort of a parking lot at some point. There wasn't like really anyone else around. There was just this one guy standing there basically, and like I just got there and then turned around because the path ended there. And he just like got in the car and started following me on the road next to the path, and there was not really anyone else around. So I was like really scary because yeah, he was just basically like going right like behind me, and I just kept looking at him, and I was like a bit confused in the beginning, and he just kept staring at me and going like right behind me. So yeah, I don't really know what he was planning on doing because it was kind of in the middle of like a main street. And yeah, he was just going really slowly, but I made it back to the hotel now, and we're running a little bit late because of all of these things, so we're just gonna take taxi there I think, and yeah, hopefully just get some coffee on the way. We wanted to go to this one like Pinterest cafe, but I don't know if we'll have time for that today. If we don't, maybe we'll go tomorrow. And yeah, so that's the plan for today. We made it to Armenia. The border crossing was quite fast, so we made it to the Akhtala monastery. So our first stop, we're just about to have lunch. It is really, really hot. I think it's like 30 degrees. And yeah, we have other stops in like a different monastery, and then I think we're going to a museum. Hello, so it's our last day in Georgia today, so we just spending it in Tbilisi. I just went run on the treadmill this morning, and then we just had some coffee, and now we're just waiting for lunch for my last Georgian khachapuri. And yeah, so our flight is at 3 a.m. So we just booked a different hotel near the airport so we can get a little bit of sleep just before the flight. Our trip yesterday was really fun. We had like a really good guide that told us a lot about the history of like Armenia and Georgia and how all these regions were basically, they just like fight over it. So there's a lot of regions in Armenia that Georgia basically claims to be theirs. But yeah, the trip was a bit long. Like towards the end, like we visited like 4 different monasteries, so it was a bit long for me. But yeah, it was interesting to learn about all these things. And I feel like the thing about Georgian food is like it's good, but I could have it like once a month, and I've had it like every day for the last 3 days. So it's basically like either the dumplings or bread. So it's basically like bread with cheese or dough for every meal, and yeah, it's a bit much. So I'm excited to get back to eating some vegetables. Yeah, we're just gonna have lunch and then we're just gonna check into our hotel, maybe have a little bit of sleep before the flight, and then we have a layover in Istanbul for like 6 hours and then back to Dublin, so that's the plan.